So someone challenged me to beat this level that they thought I couldn't beat. The level had some difficult jumps and unique setups, so I hit them with a savage comeback and beat the level. So this level makes use of creative setups that allow Mario to just barely avoid falling into the abyss with precise jumps. Like here, I jump off the falling blaster and hit a block to drop down this box to line up perfectly with me for a jump. And now I drop this spring for it to land on top of this falling box, and I can bounce off the spring at the bottom of the screen. This thwomp launches a shell so I can jump off it, and I throw a box under this enemy so it lines up for a jump as it goes off screen. And I perform another mid-air jump with the big spiny shell and enter the pipe. Now, in this next part, this box is set to fall and line up with me right here for a mid-air jump. I can use this flying enemy to bump the box I drop for another jump. I jump into these springs to be launched up high, the thwomp launches a shell for a shell jump, and I do more tight jumps like on this Koopa that falls from the sky. Now, in this next short section, I stall in the air with a ground pound cancel to bonk the box so I can land on the spring and enter the pipe at the last second. After going through the pipe, the level starts to get more difficult. And by the way guys, we've been battling this channel Kids Playtime TV in a subscriber race and we're gaining on them, so please help us finally destroy them. I go through this clear pipe so that this thwomp hits the on-off switch and activates setups for jumps throughout the section. Like this one where I both jump off of and grab the shell at the same time so I can throw it against the spike for a very precise shell jump. It's precise because you have to pass this falling piranha plant and jump off of it with as much height as possible, which is difficult to line up. After getting past that trick, I can long jump from a falling bullet blaster, and I start a chain reaction using this Pow Hat power-up to drop this spring for a mid-air jump, this bullet blaster for a long jump into the next spring, and with the invincibility from losing the power-up, I can jump on the spikes and eventually make it to the next section. Now, by bouncing out this Piranha Creeper enemy, it drops this bullet blaster and sets up this next tight trick where I somehow jump from the spring midair. I'm not sure how physics allow Mario to jump from inside the spring. It might be because this is a video game and not real life, but I don't really know what's real anymore. And then, with the speed from this boost panel, I can do a midair shell jump over the enemies. Now, I hit this block to activate a P-switch and perform a few more jumps to get to the final section. I have to enter this warp box using a key from this Piranha plant to make it to the end of the level. But I can't get the key until after I pass these boxes because they both take you to a death room, and this guy looks like a pancake. So I have to keep stalling in the air while jumping off the left side of this piranha plant until the P-switch timer runs out and these blocks appear. And then I can line up a very precise jump to destroy the enemy midair and enter the box. And finally, there's one last trick where I time a twirl to hit this shell for a tight jump under the icicle and touch the flagpole, and then complete the level. So whenever I achieve something like beating a hard level, I like to celebrate by putting something up on my wall that symbolizes my achievement. I couldn't have beaten this level without this pancake, so I put the pancake guy on my wall.